This video I'm going to focus on genetic drift. Again, genetic drift is one of these things that allows population allele frequencies to change, which in turn is evidence that it is changing or evolving. Okay, so genetic drift, oh boy, this video is right in the way. There we go, is a change in the gene pool due to chance. So it's random. This is not something that animals or organisms think of to do. It's a random change due to chance. Okay, all populations are going to change through time. Every population on Earth is going to change through time. The larger the population is, the more stable it is. A small population is one that's going to be affected more easily through certain changes. Okay, so the first one is called the bottleneck effect. So I'm going to go, whoops, I'm going to go here. So the bottleneck effect. Bottleneck effect, if you've ever dealt with anything like this, if I have a bottle, okay, any type of bottle, and I fill it with marbles, okay, you're going to see I'm going to try to dump them out, and this picture does a pretty good job of representing it. Some of them are going to get stuck. They're going to come out a little bit at a time, but then the rest of them are going to get stuck up there in the bottle. What you have left is the things that survived, okay, or the things that got out. Okay, so you see here I have this bottle filled with, looks like a pretty even number of yellow and blue, but after this bottleneck effect, I have more blue that survived. So you can see how the allele frequency changed in my next generation. Okay, so basically, bottleneck effect is due to, is due to a disaster. There was a hurricane, there was a tornado, there was a fire, there was something, and the things that survive that natural disaster are the ones that will then repopulate and cause the change in the alleles in that population. So you can see there it says reduces the gene pool, and it could eliminate certain alleles due to a natural disaster. So that's the bottleneck effect. The founder effect, this has to do, if you remember, all the way back when we talked about Darwin's finches. A lot of people think that it's because of the founder effect. So it says when a few individuals colonize a new habitat. So here we go. I have these birds on the mainland, and then randomly some birds ended up on the island. Okay. Why did this happen? Well, they could have just flown there, obviously. They could have been blown. People thought that with Darwin's finches, a few individuals were possibly taken there because of storms and things, and they ended up on this island. So they have founded this or set up a new population on this island. Excuse me. So what will this population look like after what? Well, you see all of our yellow birds stayed over here, but I have just a few individuals that colonized and founded this island. So you could probably guess that after a few generations, the gene pool and the frequency of our red allele is going to be much higher on this island than it was over here on the mainland because of the founder effect. And again, this is a random change. These birds aren't sitting there saying, I'd like to go found a new island and let's start our own population. This is a random change that occurred. There's been a lot of the examples of the founder effect through time. Both of those are examples of genetic drift, a random change. That's the key word, a random change in the population due to a random chance that allowed individuals and allowed the population in the gene pool and the allele frequency to change through time.